Hello, everyone, and welcome to Claret and Booze. Where's me chat window gone? There it is. Right, okay. As always, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, drop a like on the video because it does really help us. We just watched West Ham breeze past Leicester 2-0. I felt like I just watched a training match, to be honest. I don't think I've seen a Premier League game played at that pace before. It was really dull, but a very easy day at the office for us. You know, we won easily. I'm going to talk about the game a little bit more in a minute. I feel like they were quite clearly there to be ripped to pieces, and those fans in that stadium, which again, it was like a mortuary today. I know because I've spoken to people that were over there and you could hear it on TV. It was dead. That's a game. Well, we could have taken the handbrake off. We've got 12 games rest now. We could have ripped them to shreds. We just didn't. I don't know why. But anyway, the good news. Let's start with the good news. We're above Everton. Have a look at that. Back where they belong, below us. Sniffing our arses. Everton are below us. We are level on points with Man United, with Tottenham. We're 3 points behind Palace and 5 points behind Brentford. So, yeah. So look, it's momentum. You know, it's the first time that we've won back-to-back games all season. We've won 2 games. That was so boring. That was so boring. And it sounds silly to say that, but, you know, we won 2-0. 2 really, really scrappy goals. They created more chances than us. I don't think Areola really had any shots to save. Maybe early on, I think they had a shot. They didn't really do anything else other than that. I mean, Leicester are gone. They're dead. They offered nothing. Considering we weren't really doing much, we were just holding the ball in our own half, knocking it about in midfield. And when we tried to sort of penetrate and create anything, it didn't really happen. We weren't really under any sort of pressure to do so, though, really. It was really difficult. You know, I'm so glad I didn't go over there tonight. I'll be perfectly honest, because I've said I'm not going to go back over that stadium. Certainly not this season. After the Brentford game and after the Palace game, it's so bad over there. The fans need something to get them going. Yeah, that was difficult. I would not have wanted to have been in that stadium. It's no wonder. We run a platform called the Terraces, and there was a chap on there earlier on that was trying to give a ticket away. He couldn't give it away. Couldn't give his ticket away. It's no wonder. It's no wonder, you know. But look, it was a good professional performance. We got 3 points. The points do matter. You know, it takes us, it gets us above Everton. You know, we're sort of moving in the right direction. But Jesus Christ, that was defensive. The setup to set up at home against Leicester in exactly the same way that we set up against Arsenal, that blows my mind, really, why we would even do that. I know it weren't exactly the same because we was more on the front foot. Wan-Bissaka and Scholes were bombing on as opposed to sitting back. So it was more of a 3-4, I don't know what it was. It was 3 at the back today. It weren't 5, you know. Today, I had another good game. I thought the subs completely baffled me. They did. It was so poor. That was 2 really, really poor teams. I thought today we were better. We were better, by far the better team. You know, I think we had 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 gears that we could have gone up if we needed to, and we didn't. But I feel like we did, for the reasons I said earlier on, for those poor fans that travelled over there on a Thursday night after months of fucking misery going to watch that team at home. Just give them something. Give them something before the international break. The win's great. I love the win. The win's brilliant. But for crying out loud, that is a team that was there to have their bum smacked. They weren't putting up any fight whatsoever. None. We could have blitzed them. We did not need 3 centre-backs, 2 central defensive midfielders. Didn't need that on there for this game. So, yeah, I understand that, look, Potter's he's picked up a team that was hemorrhaging goals for fun. He's got to focus on the basics. He's got to focus, and he said that in his press conferences. He said, I've got to sort out the defence. And he's doing that. But we need to create chances, man. I do hope, I've got this real underlying fear that Potterball is defensive. I really have. And it's safe possession, not much chance creation. I've got this in the back of my mind. I I hope it's not. I hope it doesn't turn out to be like that. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm worrying over nothing. But I'll be honest with you. I'm not liking the signs of the type of football that I'm watching. I loved it against Arsenal. That's brilliant. That's fine. I can take that. You know, set a low block, play a good punchy counter attack, bang, take it all day long. At home to Leicester, though, oh. And as everyone's saying in the chat, you can't really judge now. This is a pre-season. You've got to give him, you know, you can't judge yet. This ain't his team. You've got to wait. But I've got some. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm not seeing us create many. I'm not seeing us create many chances or anything like that. It's it's strange. And as Obsidian says there, strange subs. I thought the same. You know, I mean, what was he doing? Was he trying to make it more competitive? You know, because that's what he did by taking off Tadebo, taking off Skulls, and yeah, I just didn't get it. Those three subs, you know, bringing Mavropanos on. I mean, Tadebo did fuck all in that 60 minutes. He played well, but there was no intensity in that game. This went like 60 minutes against Arsenal. You telling me he couldn't have played 90 minutes in that game? He had fuck all to do. Why bring Tadebo off and Mavropanos on in that game? There was no reason to even go there. He weren't tired. He weren't doing anything. The defence was doing literally fuck all. So I don't get that sub. Emerson for Skulls, fine. I'm not going to go near the Souček thing. Look, he scored a goal. It's his birthday. You know, well done, Thomas. I don't know what he's got to do to get subbed. But I mean, why did Alvarez come off? You tell me. It was really tough to watch. And like I said, I was over the moon that I was not over there tonight. I was going to do a phone in tonight, but what the fuck is there to talk about? You know, what is there to talk about from that game? It was a shit game that we won. So I'm glad that we won. I love the 3 points. I love that. And look, yeah, you can take positives out of it. We was under no pressure. We controlled the game really well. And that's not me taking the piss. We did. You know, we won it easily. So we fucking should have. This team they're getting better. They got better. That was 4-0 down at home against Brentford. Or wherever it was. Yeah, it was at home against Brentford last week. They're there for the taking. So I don't know. I just thought that we would have shown a little bit more ambition. Do the phone in. Well, I can, but I just don't imagine that anyone's going to want to phone in. But yeah, it's difficult because, like I say, I don't want to piss and moan about it too much. I don't, because it's a win. We've won. But man, I'd rather watch the darts. I think there'd have been more atmosphere. There'd have been more excitement. And look, good news today from West Ham. They've overturned their price hikes and and they've reversed the idea of doing concessions. That's great. Well done. But who the fuck's going to pay more money to see that? Be honest. Come on. I mean, if they do the maths in their own head, I mean, the people behind all of the, you know, the protests and everything, you've done amazing work. You've done really well, and we've got the right result. But think about it logically. Who the fuck is going to pay more to watch that in that stadium? No, they're not, are they? People ain't going to. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's You're watching darts now, Ultra. Yeah, I wish I had watched it. Yeah, no, look. It was boring. I don't like defensive football. I've said it before. I really don't like it. Especially, you know, that was at home to Leicester. It was at home to Leicester. But look, it's fine. We got 6 points. He stuck with it, you know. And the other thing as well, look, we don't know what he's got written into his contract either. That's the other thing that we need to understand. We know that he's got KPIs in his contract. So it could be the fact that he needs to get the points on the board so that he can keep his job. We don't know. It might be the fact that he's got to finish higher than where he started. And we know that he didn't start very well. So he's probably got to grind out these points, you know, the points that are important, he's got to go for. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That was dull as shit. Really poor. And it makes you sound really entitled, doesn't it? beating a team 2-0 at home and going, oh, it was boring. It fucking was. It was boring. It was boring to watch. That's not football, is it? That's like that was played at that was like that was like testimonial pace. Right, hang on a minute. I've got Gary on the phone. Hello, Gary.
Hello, Nick.
Mate, give us a minute. I'll call you back because I've got to pair my phone first.
Okay, mate. No worries.
I'll call you back. Call you back. Cheers, mate. Right, give us a minute, everyone, because Gary wants to phone in. I'll take some phone calls. It's fine. Give us a minute. I've got to pair me box of tricks. Hang on. I could do with talking to someone actually, because I don't know what to fucking say about that game. I've got no idea. I don't know what to say about it. We're just the football's dull. I mean, what's really great when we play well is the commitment from the players and the hard work, but it's just really well organised, really well regimented, really efficient, and really fucking Moyes-like. Hate to say it. Well, it weren't Moyes-like, you know. We controlled the game a lot. We had a lot of possession tonight. It was very, it weren't like that. That's not fair. What I mean is Moyes-level boredom. That's what I felt. I'm not an easy person to please when it comes to football. I am. I just like watching attacking football. I like watching two teams go at it for 90 minutes. Two teams at each other, aggression, intensity, and then the best team wins. What the fuck was that we just watched? That ain't football. Weird. It's like chess. It's so boring. Right, hang on. Let me see if it's connected. I'm an entitled football fan, aren't I? Hey, it's working.
Hello.
Hello, Gary.
Hello, mate. Yeah, you want to chat? Oh, so do I.
Yeah, mate. I need someone to talk to about
I
it.
know. I know. You're trying to put it all in perspective. You don't want to overreact. You don't want.
Was
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you my take first, Nick, and you perhaps come back on me. Yeah. I mean, what the frustrating thing was, it was 2 minutes, too much passing backwards and sideways. It was a possession-based game tonight, wasn't it? I mean,
we managed the game. It's defensive football with the ball. That's what it is.
Yeah, like you say, Nick, when you're going away to the top six sides away from home, like Saturday, no one was moaning. We're well and happy. When you're playing Leicester, I mean, we won't get an easy game in that for a long, long time in the Premier League.
They were so
and I mean,
shit,
there's no
Gary.
need to know.
Gary, they were so bad.
And I was thinking about the formation. You know, now a lot of fans were saying last night on different channels that they like to see us not play through it back because it's Leicester. And I understand that completely. You could have put an extra player up front tonight. You could have gone like 4-4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, whatever.
We had three centre-backs. We could have taken one of the defensive central midfielders.
We could have done.
You know?
Yeah, now I would have personally maybe left Creswell out tonight and maybe started with Ferguson up front. But, I mean, on the other side of it, maybe like someone said earlier, maybe what he's trying to do, we've been leaking a lot of goals this season, and he's trying to get some confidence in the team defensively. Yeah. And he's, we have kept two clean sheets in a row.
I said that earlier on, and he has said that in his press conference before. He's actually come out and said he's got to address the defence. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but I've got a nagging feeling in the back of my head that he is actually a defensive manager.
Yeah, and this is the trouble when you're playing in the toughest league in the world, Nick, and it's difficult to get the balance. I mean, I'm sitting here tonight and I'm thinking we're 2-0 up here, and again, Glameri's not got a look in again. I mean, what is going on with this boy? What is it? He's bringing everyone on but him. He was perfect tonight because they were playing like a low block. He's got pace. He's the fastest player at the club.
And again, mate, you tell me, what is the point in bringing Ferguson on? He ain't our player. No. He ain't going to be our player either. He's not going to be because we ain't paying 50 million for him. To be honest, he looks shit. He does. He don't look great. So there's no way. There's no way we're paying 50 million for him. So why bother with him when we've got our own player sitting there that needs fucking minutes?
I mean, Glameri is quick. He could have took Kudus off tonight if he didn't want to change the system. He could have played him up front. You see, when the game was 2-0 up, he got to about 65 minutes, and then as soon as substitutions come on, I thought, I weren't overly impressed with him really. And I'm sitting there. I'm like you are now. You know, I'll be listening to you, and you're trying to put it all in perspective.
Yeah.
You don't want to overreact and get too critical.
But this is the thing. This is why you don't want to, because I've got Red 5 here. I like Red 5. Look, it's our fan base is never happy. 6 points, 2 different styles, and we still complain. I mean, but look, listen. I enjoy watching a game of football. That was not that was the most passive Premier League match you will ever watch. It was dull. We was under we controlled a game against an opponent that allowed us to control. They didn't even attempt to press us. They just sat back.
No, I know.
And we were just passing it around our midfield and the back line. That's why we had 68% possession. We hardly ever sort of ventured forward, really. Not really. We just kept hold of the ball for as long as we could. It was... And the two goals that we scored were scrappy as fuck.
They were. I know. I'm sitting here tonight, and you're at home. I mean, we're not going to go down now. I mean, these 3 teams at the bottom are going to go down. None of them can put a run together. It's obvious. And there's a perfect opportunity tonight. Like Glameri, give him 25 minutes. What? I mean, he could have brought him on tonight instead of Ferguson, in my eyes. I think he would have done more damage.
No,
because, he would have gone past players.
That's what I was thinking, mate. The subs were bizarre as well. Every single sub. Somebody said it back earlier on in the chat. Every substitute made us weaker. I thought we did. I thought it was up because Leicester were never going to get back into the game anyway. They weren't going to.
They weren't. But the only thing is, Nick, 2-0 was a funny scoreline because you're 2-0 up, and even the team's not in the game. You only got to have a mistake or anything happen, 2-1, and suddenly the whole thing, the fans on edge, and suddenly you're on the back foot. It can, go and get that third goal, and I think they would have probably fell apart,
Yeah, I saw a comment.
But I think we let them off at 2-0, really.
I saw a comment. I've seen a few comments from Brighton fans.
That
have basically said that Potter is misunderstood. Now, this is the. I read a long thesis, if you like, from a Brighton fan that seemed to know what he was talking about. And he did say that Potterball is very much hold on to the ball. That is what it is. Just hold on to the ball, control the game, try. It's not about quick. I mean, what we saw against Arsenal was very different. That was a quick counter attack, but it is very much hold on to the ball, keep it, keep it. Draw the opposition out. Try and craft something.
I would say also, Nick, a couple of points. One, you're right about Potter. At Brighton, one of his biggest criticism was they played a certain style of football, but they did struggle to score a lot of goals.
I
could see this happening. I could see this happening again, really. But it is thing is, I'm not a lover of possession-based football. I'll be honest with you. I remember you had a conversation with someone a while ago.
That to me tonight, that was every bit as boring as playing a game without the ball for 90 minutes but winning 2-0. That because you're doing nothing with it. Do you know what frustrates me? It's not if you're at the game when you got how many times you get it past the fucking ball forward when somebody checks, they pass sideways, they pass backwards. You want to pull your fucking hair out. You're like, what? Why is that happening? But I know it's a modern way of playing now, and it's all about controlling the game. But that for me, that is when you turn football into something else. That's chess. Football for me is 2 teams, 11 versus 11, going at each other. That's what that is. And the best team wins. But now it's very tactical, very strategic, and Can
I ask you a question, Nick?
Yeah, go on.
What would you prefer? Would you prefer a slow possession-based game like tonight, or do you prefer playing a counter-attacking fast breaking fast, counter-attacking, which can be quite exciting? Out of the two, what would you prefer?
Neither are my favourite. Neither would please me, but I think I would have more moments of enjoyment from a counter-attack game.
Yeah,
so
that's what I think.
There'd be more excitement in a 90 minutes if you're doing what Nottingham Forest do, where they have 30% possession and win 4-0. Fucking weird.
I'll tell you what, Nick. It's been a shift in styles away from the possession-based football. We look at Man City this season; they've really struggled. You've got Liverpool, more of a counter-attacking Nottingham Forest, and even you look at the Crystal Palace and Fulham, Brentford. All them teams, Nick, all done better away from home.
Yeah, but not all possession-based football is like this, though. It's not.
No.
If you look at the way Liverpool play, it's triangles but forward, boom, 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 progressing up the pitch, trying to cut open the defence, craft opportunities, really quick, incisive passing, overlapping runs. Taking risks. This isn't taking risks. This is holding on. Just basically keep ball. So this is possession ball.
We're safe now. We've got a big. Yeah. Look at the points. Look at how many points there. Was it 17? So what are we on? 33.
Yeah.
So what's that? 27, 16 points now. We're clear.
And look, this is true. Richard North says, didn't we batter him at the King Power? We did. We had 30 shots on goal against them at the King Power. We did.
I can't believe that game.
Yeah. We had 30. We should have blitzed them. We should have.
You see, the thing is, Nick. Well, sorry, mate. I'm just going to say something. Lopetegui, as much as he got criticised, and rightly so a lot of the time, he fell out with the players. Potter's done much better in that respect. But there's a couple of performances under Lopetegui. Way at Newcastle, where we were superb. And even the Leicester performance, we created about 23, 24 chances in that game. I think it's ridiculous. It's the highest chance ratio we've ever done. It's very difficult.
Are you talking about Leicester away?
Yeah.
There was first.
I couldn't believe that game. The chances we had.
We created 30 chances in that game.
30 chances. Yeah. So it's maybe what Potter's doing. Maybe we've got to give him the benefit of the doubt and see if he's trying to build confidence. I'm hoping it will be a bit more attacking. I am going to give him
the benefit of the doubt. Of course, I am. Right. I'm happy with the win. I'm happy with the points.
Yeah.
I'm happy we're above Everton. I'm happy we're level on points with Man United and Tottenham. But I am not happy with the 90 minutes of football I've just watched because it was fucking boring. Do you know what I wish I'd have done? I would have been happier with that had I not watched it and just checked the score afterwards, because that is not a game of football that I enjoy watching.
Nick, if we was only 6 or 7, if we was in Wolves' position, where even now Wolves are not safe. Look at Wolves, 5 points clear of the relegation zone.
Yeah.
You can understand it playing safe, but we're 16 points clear now of the third bottom team. 16 points. That means we've got to win. We've got to lose 5. None of them teams are going to win 5 games between now and the end of the season. There was play more expensive now.
There was no risk to that. Listen. There was no risk to that tonight. I know we had the opposite when we went to the King Power, but that's a fucking freak. To have 30 shots on goal, that basically says to me that is down to the team not converting their chances. That isn't down to the tactics. The tactics obviously worked in that game. We created 30 fucking chances. We just
Nick,
needed to bury a few of them.
What's your opinion on because it's really aggravating me. Of all the managers that have been in charge, the Brazilian boy, Gameri. What's this about? Why won't they give him game time? What is it?
I don't know.
What's your theory?
I don't know. I've heard that there's some. I've heard that there's some internal frustration over this because apparently Potter blocked a last-minute move to Porto. So he was about to be sold to Porto, and Potter apparently said, "No, I want to keep him. I want to use him." Well, he ain't fucking using him, is he?
He's bringing everyone on back.
I know.
If it ever was a perfect game tonight to give him 20 minutes, Nick, wasn't that the game tonight? Surely. And I was thinking, surely bring the boy on. We could be really missing out here, It's like Scholes. Yeah. If he hadn't given his opportunity, we wouldn't be saying what a great player he is. He's had 2 or 3 minutes here, 5 minutes here, and he's come on and he's looked quite decent. I think you need to run on the side. I just don't understand. I wish someone could tell me why they won't play him.
Well, I don't hear that. Going back to what I said earlier on. Now, listen, if we had signed Ferguson and he came on, he exploded onto the scene, and you're thinking, oh, fucking hell, hairs go up at the back of your neck. Yeah, we want him, play him, and then we'll try and sign him in the summer. But what I'm looking at is a lone player that probably ain't going to score, and is just going to get probably 20, 30 minutes at the end of a game. I'm sorry, I would rather use our own player that needs a bit of development and give him time. That's what I'd rather do.
Yeah.
I mean, when Full Crew comes back, Full Crew goes in front of him.
Is John listening at all?
He was earlier on. I saw him in the chat.
I'd like to know his opinion about John, because John's always pretty level-headed. I'd like to know what he thought of it tonight.
I'm pretty sure John will have been bored with the game, but will be happy with the points, which is where I'm at. I'm happy with the points.
And me, I'm the same. I'm agreeing with you.
I'm very pleased that we've won. I'm very pleased that we're above Everton. I'm very pleased that we're moving in the right direction. We've got 2 back-to-back wins. I'm happy with that. But when you've got to come on here and talk about a game of football, you tell me, what the fuck do you talk about? Because
look, I'm not going to lie to you. I can't sit here. I watched that game tonight, and I sat there and I was waiting for something to happen. I'm saying, I'm waiting.
I was considering not doing this show. I thought, what do I talk about?
See, what I didn't want tonight was to beat Arsenal and then draw or lose tonight.
Yeah.
And that would have really frustrated me.
That would have been bad.
We didn't do that, at least. But But I was sitting there just in the second half, and Leicester had nothing at all. You know, I mean,
no.
We won't get an easy game than that. I tell you, for a long, long time.
I mean, I think if we play like that against, I mean, don't get me wrong, we won't play like that against another team because, like I said earlier on, we had another 2-3 gears to go up. So if we was playing against a better team, we would absolutely have picked up more. We would have. But what I'm saying is, why is there not a mandate there? Why does Potter not feel it himself? Why did the club not feel that those fans that have been over there, you've got attendances are dwindling, mate. You saw all the white seats over there. Nobody's, you know, people are not going. There was someone trying to give a ticket away on our platform earlier on. They couldn't give the fucker away. Why are they not thinking to themselves, this is an opportunity to really make a statement? We'll go out there and fucking absolutely blitz.
And particularly we ain't got a game for a little while now. We could have gone out tonight and gone, you know, yeah.
You know? Yeah. I like the fact we got a clean sheet, but I'd rather have scored 4 and conceded 1. I would have. Yeah. I'd rather have seen more goals. You know?
Listen, we don't always totally agree on every little thing. We do agree on a lot of things, but tonight I was sitting there thinking, surely you're going to go up a gear or 2 in a minute.
Yeah, I'm not angry with it. I'm confused. I'm confused.
No, I'm just frustrating a bit, isn't it?
I'm confused by it. I just don't know why. You know,
I know.
I think that was a really good opportunity for him. You know, for you know, and like I said, I really, really do want Potter to succeed. Absolutely, I do. I like the guy. He speaks really well. And he's got the team on side. You know, there's a lot of effort and application. There was positives from today. If you look at it, you know, if you take the emotion out of it and you say, right, you're not a West Ham fan, you've got to say, you look at that as a whole. West Ham completely controlled the game. We dominated the opposition. They never even come close to fucking scoring against us, and we beat them easy 2-0. Right, easy walk in the park. But you've got to add the context.
I just don't know why I couldn't have gone up a couple of gears in the last 15, 20 minutes. And
just give it a
Just
entertainment. I mean, don't forget the other thing that he did say in his press conference as well. He did say this was that he understands the fan base and the type of football they want to see, and he wants to deliver a brand of football that the fans will be able to identify with. Well, that ain't it. That ain't it.
No,
there are fans that, like under Moyes, only give a fuck about the result. Those fans will be pleased as punch no matter what happens, as long as we get the points. They won't care. They won't care.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, like me and you, like I'm always more results based than you are. I've got a friend of mine who's a Tottenham fan. He's like the Tottenham version of you.
Yeah.
His name's Jim, and we often talk about you. I think, and he's the same. He said to me, I can't be bothered watching it anymore. You know, and she's talking about Tottenham here.
I would not go. Listen, if I had a season ticket this year, in fact, I did it in the last year. I had a season ticket. Last year, I had a season ticket. I weren't going to every game anyway. If I'm not enjoying the football, if I am not enjoying the football, and to add to it, if it was away, it's different. If it's away, I'll go because you're in a close-knit thing with the fans. You've got the atmosphere. It's different.
Yeah.
But to go and sit over there and watch that, no thanks. Not for me. It ain't for me. It's not.
No.
It really
this is what I was saying on the show on Sunday about the atmosphere in the stadium. Sometimes it's what comes first. Do the fans get the players going, or do the fans get the players get the fans going?
The fans in that stadium can't get the players going. It's that is the stadium of a big team. That's what that is. That's a big arena. Basically, what that is, you're there to watch a show. That means that it's got to go the other way. You know, there is no 12th man in that stadium. There's not. It's kind of the team have got to lift the fans. They've got to.
Yeah, Nick, it's like I said to you the other day. It's no coincidence. All our better performances all come away from home.
Yeah, I know. Well, there you go.
It's not coincidence.
There you go. I know. No. I think there must be some sort of dynamic to it, but it was dead. You could hear it again. You could hear a pin drop in there again. I mean, that's 2-0. We're winning 2-0. And it was still dead.
Yeah, I mean, when substitutes come on as well, I'm thinking, I want Calamari. I really want to see the boy given a chance. I don't want to see him getting sold off and suddenly turns into this superstar. And I'm thinking, what we had him here, we let him go. You know, I want to see him at least given a chance. And if he's not good enough, then fair enough. But give the boy a chance. You know,
but
this is what's really frustrating me.
Even then, I don't think it would probably suit him. I think the way that, I mean, it's like against Arsenal, Kudus had a better game because we was playing full on counter attack. I think that would have suited Guillaume. That would have worked. Bringing him on with half an hour to go, that would have been a great game to bring him in. But this game.
Talking of kudos,
but this game, I'm not so sure because I think these players. Because look, Bowen didn't have a great game tonight. I know he scored, but the likes of Bowen, Kudus, and players, I don't think they're going to flourish in this sort of setup. Not really.
No. I mean, Kudus, the performance, I mean, again, people were saying, I know some people were saying his performance on Saturday was like totally different to what I've seen this season. And even tonight, he reverted, but he didn't do that much tonight. And people were saying, was he putting himself in the shop window for Arsenal?
Yeah, but he is a player he is now a player that fans like to pick on. You tell me, apart from the lucky ricocheted goal that Bowen got, what did Bowen do more than Kudus today?
No, he didn't have a great game. No,
he didn't do anything. But no one talks about Bowen. It's all Kudus.
No, but what? No, I know and I agree. But what I mean is, when you look at Kudus throughout the season, his performance has been way off last season.
Oh no,
suddenly Arsenal, who he's linked with, he suddenly raises his game on Saturday.
Yeah,
he looks a different player. He looks more interested. But
yeah,
but. No, I think you can't pick on one player. Obviously, I agree with Bowen. Didn't have a great game tonight either.
We needed some sort of pace. I mean, I don't know whether you saw the formation that I suggested earlier on, which was simply, look, nothing against Souček, and I know he scored tonight. But what I'm saying is, you don't need two defensive midfielders. You don't need two holders. You can... I think if you was just to have Alvarez and Ward-Prowse, the balance would be good. You've got one player who can recycle the ball well in James Ward-Prowse. You've got another player who's a destroyer in Alvarez, and he can carry the ball. And then what you do, you add Kudus in that 10, and that gives you explosive pace and ball carrying from deep, from the midfield area. And that would give us an awful lot more. A lot of what we was doing today, because I think they was cancelling... The wing backs weren't working well today because they was cancelling Wan-Bissaka and Scholes out offensively. They did,
yeah. They were aware of the threat, yeah.
So that we were trying to go around the outside. It weren't working.
So I was going to ask you, right? It's an interesting thing here. Now, that team that started tonight, right? When you've got Paqueta, Somerville, everyone available, if it was you, what system and who would you bring in and who would you leave out? From that starting lineup tonight, you've got Somerville, obviously, will come into the side, Paqueta. What would you do?
Well, it depends on the opposition, obviously. But playing Leicester, the way I would play would be... I'd stick with the three at the back and I'd play wing backs. So Todibo, Kilman would go over to the left centre back. Todibo would be the centre back. I'd have Aaron Wan-Bissaka as a right centre back. I'd bring Jimmy Somerville in as a right wing back. I'd put Scholes on the left. I would have...
get my juices flowing, Nick.
I would have Alvarez as a single CDM. Single.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, shielding, helping out the back four. We can drop back, split. We can create a back four as and when we need to. And then in front of that, I would probably go for... I wouldn't have...
It's tricky, isn't it?
Yes. So in front of you got Alvarez. It would be Paqueta and possibly Soler. So I'd have Paqueta. I'd have Paqueta and Soler. And that leaves you with...
I'd rather have Ward-Prowse in there than Soler.
No.
From what I've seen.
Well, from what I've known...
Personally, I think Ward-Prowse has looked good since he's come back.
I'm going back to our best performance of the season, which was Newcastle, when we had Paqueta and Soler in there firing.
One game, yeah.
That's
So,
hang
on a minute. So I'm working it out. So you've got your three centre back, got your wing back. That's fine. Goalkeeper, that's 6. You got Alvarez 7, Paqueta and Soler. So who's the two up front then?
Probably...
Bowen and Kudus.
Bowen and Kudus at the moment. That's what I would play. Yeah. I'd play Bowen and Kudus because
that's interesting. The Somerville thing, actually,
because what you've got then,
he did well, didn't he, in that cup match against Villa before he got injured?
Because what you've got then, you've got the double threat. You've got the threat of Somerville coming down the right. You've got Scholes supporting from the left. You've got Paqueta and Soler pulling the strings in central midfield. You've got the defensive shield of Alvarez, and then you've got all that dynamism up front of Kudus and Bowen. I think it would just work if you played that. It would work.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, I agree with that team apart from Soler. That's the only thing I would disagree. I'm only going by what I've seen, and from what I've seen, if it's down to me, I won't be signing him.
Look,
that's only my opinion.
No, I wouldn't sign him. I'm just saying. You said if everyone was fit, what would you do? So if everyone was fit, that's what I would do.
I'd Ward-Prowse, I think, in there. Then Soler.
Personally, for me, you know what I'm like. I would cast out James Ward-Prowse, Souček, and Cresswell, and all of the old guard, and I'd be moving to I'd be moving more towards what we think we're going to be seeing next season.
Actually, you know what? Tonight was frustrating, Nick. That's when we had that break with Bowen and Soler made a gut-busting run on the right.
Yeah.
And Ferguson, I think he picked the wrong side. He should have gone to Soler because he was really motoring. And Ferguson had that chance. He just took too many touches, didn't he?
He had about 56 touches. He only had to have one touch and fucking strike it. Do you know what I mean?
I know. It's a bit annoying that was, because that's what I like to see. When things break fast, I like that.
I'm not going to dig Ferguson out for that, because he's going to be rusty. And,
no.
And strikers, you know, when they haven't been scoring for a while, they do second guess themselves. So that's probably why he took an extra touch, you know. But
yeah.
But for me, I see nothing about that kid that screams 50 million. No thanks.
No, I don't. When he first came on the scene, he was. Plus, not only that, it's his injury record that concerns me. I don't want to spend the money out and suddenly he's injured again.
Yeah, massively.
Yeah. I'd rather spend the money elsewhere, personally.
Yeah, so personally, I don't get the hype with him. And like I said, I think Füllkrug is actually a better player. I think when Füllkrug's fit, he can come back in. I think he does more of a job. He's more of a presence, Füllkrug. He can link up play better as well.
And not only that, the only thing is when you play Bowen and Kudus up front, it has to be very precise unless you're going to play a counter-attacking game. And sometimes having a big target man up there where you can, if you want to just alternate it a little bit, lump it up to a striker, he flicks it on and get around him. You know what I mean, Nick? Gives you that other alternative, like Antonio used to. But with Bowen and Kudus, they're not going to be played up to them, and they've got two big free centre halves behind them. It's not going to work always.
I've just got this awful feeling, right? And people ain't going to like this, because I know everyone loves the guy. And look, I love him. He's a great guy. He is. I've just got this feeling that we're going to have another season next year of our team built around Thomas fucking Souček again. Another. It's going to be. He's going to play every minute of every fucking game next year.
But it's funny though. Every manager picks him, don't they?
But mate, we all understand. Mate, we all understand football. You can't.
Yeah.
He ain't a footballer. I'm sorry, he's not.
Yeah.
I don't get it. He ain't got the pace. He can't carry the ball. He's definitely improved.
Listen, there's fans listening to this. There's a lot of West Ham fans listening to this show tonight, and each one of them fans, I don't know how many's watching at the moment. Each one of them fans have got different ideas, and how the game should be played.
Yeah.
You've got yourself, which is one extreme where you want to be entertained. You've got the other extreme, maybe like John, who he's more of a sort of the result. I'm probably a little bit more like John, but I did want to see a bit more entertainment tonight.
John's the same now. John gets bored to tears over there. So
John
and his son, they like watching attacking football as well. They do. They don't like watching defensive football.
So the only thing I would say now, Nick, with your point about Potter, we're now 16 points clear of the 16 points, right? We're safe. Even though I was wary early in the season, we are safe now, right? He's got a chance now to play the more expensive football attacking game. There's no reason why not to do that.
I don't think we're going to see it. I mean, I hope we do. I hope we do. But if this is it's what I'm saying is, if this is a pre-season, then all these games should be free hits now. Just go out and
which is what I'm just saying to you. He's not like if he was Wolves manager, you can understand it. They're only 5 points above the Leicester.
Yeah,
but we're 16.
Yeah,
he's got a chance now to sort of get the fans, play a few really exciting attacking games, and get the fans going.
Yeah,
look, and give us something to look forward to for the next season. And again, the other thing is, these are not his players. Apart from one, Ferguson. Maybe in the summer, maybe he'll want to bring his own players in. Maybe you don't know. Yeah, we've just got to give him. We can't judge him too soon, I suppose. That's what I'm saying.
Look. At the end of the day, this guy's here to stay now. I mean, he's Karen Brady's pick. The geezer ain't getting sacked anyway. So I'm glad about that because. Look, listen. I'm not liking the football, but what I definitely don't want is us going around fucking sacking another manager, because it just becomes embarrassing. So we are in the situation that we're in. I will always prefer a manager that would play fucking attacking football. I will, but I'm going to back him. And if we do put out performances which is boring football and I don't enjoy it, I'm going to say it. I can't help it. It's how I've always been. I don't.
No, that's right. I'm sitting here tonight, and I'm totally agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more. I was sitting there. I thought I just want something to happen. Just have a spell where we really go, go up a couple of gears.
It's like Roger says there, that was a turgid 2-0 win, and the only thing I'm pleased about is that I didn't go. It's fucking same here and all. I'm sitting there watching that. I mean, that's the thing, right? How on earth, because that's the other thing, right? So, of the 50,000 season ticket holders that moved into that stadium, 30,000 of them, the original ones, they're gone. They're gone. Now, I heard a stat earlier on. And that is that quite often on a lot of the games this season, around about 50% of people that have got season tickets have not been going to games. And these are the ones they know about. So that's either leaving their seats empty or relisting them, and the club are reusing and repurposing them. That's without the fans that give them to their mates and stuff like that. And what I'm saying is, even with Potter and even with it being uplifted, that's not uplifting enough to make you want to go and buy a season ticket over there, is it? That ain't. Yeah, that's not enough to make you want to go over there and watch that, is it? That's the thing.
No.
So I think the club need it. I think the club need that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. It's a difficult thing. It's this balancing act, isn't it? You know, end of the day, you need to get results. End of the day, when a manager's here, he's about getting results. It's his job, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're the fans. We want to see a bit more expansive football. But like I say, now he has got to the end of the season now. He's got no excuses now not to be a bit more attacking, particularly in the home games.
Yeah, no.
Have a go at teams because we're safe.
Yeah, I just want him to go for it a bit more. That's all. Just fucking go for it. You know, this is a dead season now. The season is dead. If he's not going to go for it now, he never will because we're safe.
What's the general theory about?
We're not getting into Europe. We're safe.
No,
it's dead. The season is dead. So just fucking play some football.
Entertain a bit more.
Just play some football.
Yeah, totally agree with you, mate. Yeah.
You know?
All right then, mate. Anyway, I'm glad to have a chat with you.
Yeah,
speak to you soon.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you.
Right, Nick.
See you later, mate. Bye. Right, and with that, I am going to call it a night because we'll do another show tomorrow because like I said, I'm not down. I'm not depressed about it. We won. Look at the league table. We're 15th now rather than 16th. We've won a game. We're above Everton. That's the most important thing. That is positive. But I can't come on here and lie to you and start popping party poppers when I haven't enjoyed a game of football against fucking Leicester. I mean, they're shit, and they was really bad. But anyway, cheers for watching. Drop a like on the video if you haven't already. And I'll speak to you all soon. Cheers for calling in, Gary. I needed you tonight, mate. Right, see you later on. Come on, you irons.